Hello and welcome, PocketWatch here, and it's about time for another tier list on the channel, and this one is going to be spicy, I would say, because there's still some tier lists from Muramasa I haven't done yet, and that's one of them. Obviously, full of spoilers. It's in the description of the video and in the title of this video as well, so you won't click on this if you are not, like, read this yet or anything. So yeah, obviously, read first or watch my videos about Muramasa and then come back here. But yeah, let's go with tier listing all the H-Scenes we had in Muramasa. And some of them are bad, some of them are terrible, some of them are awesome, and some of them are important for the story. So I would say they are important because there is a censored version of Muramasa where none of this takes place, really. But for me, I always felt like Muramasa in non-censored version is quite important because all of these can like develop the characters per se. Actually, not all of them, but some of them. But yeah, let's go. Well, let's go with the tier list, and we're going to start big. We're going to start with the one of the last H-Scenes, and I won't count. Okay, let's just count all of the H-Scenes of the characters. Okay, let's not just like focus on one, because like in this case I have Muramasa. I believe it's 2 scenes. So how good are they? We have one that is absolute perfection, as Kagaki said at the end, with the maid outfit and stuff. Also, Muramasa is hot. To be honest, I think I will put this on A, mainly because like the first of the Muramasa H-Scenes are not particularly my favorite ones. I'm not a target, basically. I would say like her scenes are important for Kagaki in a sense, like getting over the stuff that he's like going through, and they are good. I'm not sure entirely on this one, to be honest. I'll leave Muramasa for A for now. Let's go with Sakurako. Yeah, so let's go with Sakurako. Let's add a row below. We need a special tier for characters like Sakurako. I'm sorry. Trauma, yeah. Let's just leave it on the trauma tier. This scene was so violent and so horrible. It's just trauma. And in the front of eyes of Konyuji as well. Doshin, what the actual fuck? Like, the scene itself was good, I would say, but like, because I'm not going to tier listing this just based on like what's in the scene or anything. I want to vote this as well on like development of the character and like what it implies. So it's not worse than D by any means. It's just trauma. Yeah, I don't want to talk about this. Sayo. This is the special H-Scene that you can get only, if I'm correct, only after you finished the whole game. Then you go back and you can have it at the end of Nemesis Road? I forgot. I did get this in the search of the extra CGs and like completing 100% of the game. This is on the channel as well. Obviously not full and anything because, well, I cannot show you stuff, but yeah. It was like, I would say okay. Actually, it was kind of hot. Yeah, it's been kind of hot. And also, it's Sayo, okay? It wasn't like that important for the character. Like, this is basically like getting through hard times. And she just acted for this. Basically just mental fortitude for Kagaki, right? Like, yeah, get through this. Yeah, be happy. I will comfort you. But that was quite hot. So I will put her scene... I will put this on B actually. Because there was like not much in it for like development basically and stuff. But it's still been a hot scene. Muramasa been hotter. Not exactly my stuff. But Muramasa been hotter and also had character development. Sayo not so much. Let's put Sayo in the middle. Mizuki! You know where this is going, right? You know where this is going. It's going into trauma tier. Seriously, brother of the year, right? Okay, Mizuki H-Scene is one of the few I don't feel like they are necessary in the game. This is one of the scenes when I think like we could get off without it. Basically, we don't have to see how she got used by the whole bandit camp. Seriously, I feel like we don't need this. Actually, you know what? Like, Mizuki could be potentially on D if you think about this, because it just could not exist, to be honest. You know why? Because trauma, I think I will reserve for H-Scenes that actually had a meaning. The things that put a character through a trauma, and it's been good to show for the further development of the character. For Mizuki, it did nothing. It did nothing. It was just like ridiculous violence. It was just pure shock factor. And I don't think we needed that, to be honest. And it wasn't really like hot or anything. It's just been like horrible. Yeah, that was like probably the worst scene in the game. Misao H-Scene. For her character, we can think of it as trauma, because it is kinda traumatic. But from character standpoint, this is not traumatic event here. Because she basically agreed to be used like that on behalf of her father / brother, complicated OG family tree stuff, don't question. Basically, like, this whole circumstances about this, she's like one of the hottest characters as well. I would say it's probably C. I cannot say it's been traumatic because for her character it's not trauma. It still felt bad reading this though. But most of the hate, I think, was like not for the like what is happening on the screen. It's mostly for Suguru, I think. I felt sorry for her. Could be traumatic, but she was like fully aware of like what is happening here, and like, yeah, her case is very complicated. I will put her on C probably because I'm not sure where to put her. The H-Scene itself being like fine, I guess, but the circumstances were terrible, so I will put her on C. Her scene. I think I will do this. Ichijo. And if you followed me for a while, watched my videos, watched my other like tier lists and stuff, for me Ichijo is basically like one of the best H-Scenes in the game. Her H-Scene is basically one of the few, I think probably the only one, but I think that should be kept in the like censored version to some degree. This scene, like the whole like circumstances of the scene itself, what it emanated and what it's shown, it's just like pure character growth. I just love the scene basically from like pure character growth. When you read this, you feel like it's horrible. At the same time, you feel sorry for basically both of the characters. I don't know, like this is just phenomenal. I have nothing to add. Like, character grew standpoint and scene itself, quality of the scene, it's really cool. Okay, Kanae H-Scene. And if I'm correct, there's only one at the end. Yeah, okay. I think it was just medium. I remember what happened there because it's been hot. But it had like zero character development. I don't think like it gave anything to the characters. They just spent the night, let's say. Like, it could be like, yeah, like last night because you will kill me like tomorrow, stuff like this. But there's like nothing outside of this. It's been just a really hot scene, I guess. Actually, Suguru and Misao... Wait, Misao scene... Wait, 1 second. Let's switch them, you know? Like, I have a feeling like the more character development gave the scene, the higher it's going to be, I think. But some of them can be like on B actually from like pure visual standpoint as well. I have nothing to say about Kanae really, about Kanae's scene. It's been okay. It's been hot, but Sayo scene was hotter. And to be honest, I think like, yeah, Sayo been... That's why I had problem with Sayo and Kanae on one tier and I switched with OG, with Misao. Because I feel like Kanae H-Scene was not really that memorable. Like, I remember what happened, and I know the circumstances, but it's been hot, but it's like, yeah. Sayo scene was like, very hot. It didn't have character development, but it's been hot, and I think like just a pure hotness of Sayo in that scene, just like make her be character. Misao is still higher because of the development, but Sayo is just like next to her. Kanae is just... Chachamaru. It's been memorable scene. As she started talking as she's a tool and stuff, it made quite an impact on me. I don't think it grew Chachamaru as the character per se. It's been quite okay, I would say. It's been really kind of medium, you know? I think C or B. It kind of developed and showed her character through action, so I will put her before Kanae. It didn't grow her character that much though to be on B though. And it wasn't that hot to be on B as well. Yeah, I think we're going with this. Natsu. And we all already know where this is going to end, right? It's a trauma. And I'm putting this on as the first trauma. This is like basically the pain threshold in Muramasa. If you manage to pass this, you are fine with everything else that game throws at you. This is the pain threshold. This is one of the most traumatic and like at the same time weirdest experience at the same time. Why weirdest? Because of the soundtrack. If you read Muramasa and get to the scene, soundtrack is so different to what you would expect. Pure factor of how this whole scene works, events, the impact on the character's development. Probably some people dropped Muramasa after having this scene. And I think the scene is needed in Muramasa in general. Maybe not needed, maybe parts of it, because we still need the context for why she's like that later. But what the other characters like making out of this, like their friend Tadayasu as well, like what his life is after this, the whole thought process, like it changes perspective of the characters. This is like at the same time terrible scene, you know, to read, and the same time awesome scene to read at the same time because of how much value it has. Maybe not all of it, because there's some parts that I could like get like out of the scene and that would be still fine, but this is just like pure trauma. And yeah, that's it for this character, for this tier list, I would say. This is my tier list for H-Scenes in Muramasa. And yeah, let me know in the comments, what do you think? What do you think about this tier list? And this tier list is like live tier list for all of you to vote on. There's not going to be trauma tier because I've created this with only S, A, B, C, and D. Also, yeah, I will just change it into peak. It's just peak. I will actually put this vote as well right now, so you can see how it works. But basically, this is the community vote pool that you will be able to vote on, and we'll see average of how do you guys think about the H-Scenes in Muramasa. So here we go. We have Muramasa, and that was A for me. Anyway, you can vote on this link. This is available for like 1 week. And yeah, I've already put this link on Discord, Twitter, and community tab if you are following me. So you can check it out and vote, and then in like total results you will be able to see average rating and most votes in the community in general. So I'm looking forward to see what do you think, and also what do you think in the comments, what you will shuffle and why. And yeah, I will see you in the next videos. So check my Discord, Become a member if you would like to support me and see the episodes earlier. Subscribe, of course, for more videos and stuff. Check my other like tier list videos. We have other Muramasa tier lists. We have Umineko tier list, Little Bastards. Basically, almost every visual novel I've played have had some kind of tier list. Muramasa have like few different tier lists. Umineko as well. Yeah, we're doing just some like weird stuff. Anyway, this is it. Thank you everyone for being with me, for watching this video. I will see you in the next one. So thank you once again, and for a Pocket Watch, it's going out.